People always say that one small decision can change your entire life. I never believed that until the night I saw her standing alone by the side of the empty highway, rain soaking her hair, fear trembling in her eyes, and hope flickering like the dying headlights of her broken car. If I had driven just a little faster, if I had taken the other road like I usually do, I would have never met the girl who turned my quiet world upside down. And maybe, just maybe, I would have never learned what it feels like to finally be seen, chosen, and needed. But fate had its plans. Long before either of us understood them, I slowed down, rolled down the window, and without thinking, said words that surprised even me. "Hey, you can come home with me if you want. My mom will love you." It was supposed to be a joke, something light to calm her down. But she looked at me, shivering, cheeks wet not just from rain but from holding back tears, and whispered, "Thank you. I really needed someone tonight." And that's how everything began that night, and everything that followed taught me that sometimes the people who enter your life by accident are the ones who were meant to stay forever. The rain had been falling for hours, turning the road into a dark mirror lit by scattered street lamps. I noticed her before she noticed me. Her car's hood was open, smoke rising, and she was pacing back and forth with her phone raised to the sky, probably trying to catch a signal. She looked so lost, so fragile, yet so determined not to break. I pulled over gently. "Hey, are you okay?" I asked, stepping out with my jacket held above my head to shield from the rain. She startled at the sound of my voice but quickly forced a brave smile. "I think my car gave up on me." "Looks like it," I said, inspecting the engine. It was beyond a simple fix. She hugged herself tightly, trying to stay warm. She told me her name was Ayla, and she had been on her way home from a job interview. Her phone was dead. The nearest town was miles away. And she had no one she could call. That's when I said it. The line that changed everything: "You can come home with me, my mom will love you." She blinked at me, confused. Then she laughed, soft, tired, but real. "Why would she love me?" "Because she loves good people," I replied. And I could already tell Ayla was one. She hesitated, looking back at her car as if it were a friend she was abandoning. "Are you sure it's okay?" "It's okay," I promised. "You're safe with me." During the ride, she opened up slowly. She had lost her father 2 months ago. Her mother worked abroad. She'd been trying to manage everything alone: bills, studies, grief, expectations. She said life had been heavy lately, like she was walking with weights tied to her heart. I listened. Really listened. And she seemed surprised by that. "You're easy to talk to," she whispered. "You just needed someone to talk to," I replied. When we reached my home, my mom opened the door with her usual warm smile. The moment she saw Ayla, wet, shivering, exhausted, her heart instantly melted. "Oh, sweetheart, come inside. You must be freezing," my mom said as if she had known her forever. Ayla looked at me with wide eyes, whispering under her breath, "You were right, she really is loving." Inside, my mom wrapped her in a soft towel, made her hot soup, and insisted she borrow one of her warm sweaters. Ayla kept thanking her over and over, her voice trembling, not from fear now, but from overwhelming kindness she hadn't felt in a long time. Later that night, I found her sitting on the couch with her hands curled around the warm mug my mom gave her. She looked peaceful, almost glowing under the dim living room light. "You know," she said softly, "no one's treated me this gently in a long time." "You deserve kindness," I replied. She held my eyes for a long moment. "Thank you for stopping." And that was the moment right there when I realized the world had just introduced me to someone who would matter far more than I ever expected. The next morning, sunlight streamed through the windows, painting everything gold. Ayla looked different: rested, calm, hopeful. My mom insisted she stay for breakfast, saying, "You're part of this house now." Ayla laughed, but I saw her eyes soften at those words, like they meant more than she could say. I drove her to her repaired car later. Before she got out, she turned to me. "Why did you help me?" she asked gently. "Because you looked like someone who deserved not to be alone." She swallowed hard. "I didn't know people like you still existed." And before I could answer, she surprised me, leaning over to hug me tightly. Her voice trembled against my shoulder. "You're home, your mom, you made me feel like I mattered." When she pulled back, her smile was watery but bright. "Can I see you again?" I grinned. "Only if you let my mom adopt you first." She burst into laughter, wiping her eyes. "Deal." And that was the beginning. The days that followed were full of unexpected messages, long calls, random meetups. She'd visit with excuses like returning a sweater my mom never asked for or bringing snacks she claimed my mom needed to try. She was slowly becoming a part of our home, even if she didn't realize it, but the truth was she was becoming a part of mine long before that point. One evening, weeks later, she confessed, that night, when my car broke down, I felt like everything in my life was also breaking. But then you showed up. I thought it was coincidence. But now, it feels like destiny. Maybe it is, I whispered, her eyes glistened. Your mom really does love me. I told you she would. She looked at me with a tenderness that made my heart stutter. And you? I paused, not because I didn't know the answer, but because I wanted to say it right. I think, the night I stopped my car for you, my heart stopped too. And when you smiled, it started beating again. Her breath hitched. Slowly, she reached for my hand. That night saved me, she whispered. Not just because you helped me, but because you gave me a place where I felt wanted. I squeezed her hand gently. Then stay. Not because you need a place, but because you choose one. She nodded, tears forming again, not of sadness but of quiet, overflowing happiness, and in that moment, under the soft glow of my porch light, she leaned closer, resting her head on my shoulder, whispering, I'm glad your car stopped that night. I'm glad you stopped. I smiled, resting my cheek against her hair. I'm glad I did too. And just like that, the girl whose life was falling apart found a home in mine. And I, who never believed in fate, found proof of it in the simplest, most unexpected moment on a rainy highway. Sometimes, love doesn't begin with fireworks or grand gestures. Sometimes, it starts with a broken car, a warm home, and a mother who loves easily, but most of the time, it begins with someone stopping when everyone else would have driven past, and I'm grateful I did.